Hello, the chicken, and I greet you and welcome back to the wonderful game of Oxygen Not Included, where, everything that can go wrong loves to go wrong. We are building our wonderful little duplicate base here before we start trying to take off into the further reaches of space. Um, we are, waiting for this to stop being dormant in the next 5 million cycles, but I do think that everything up here is good and ready to go. Granted, this will have to be pumped out and cleared out. I'm gonna put a gas vent like out here and just empty it all out. Once we have actual power coming from this, we can start like using it effectively. I'm going to priority 7 all of that. We are working on this stuff up here, but we're kind of at the point now with it where it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's kind of gonna happen as it happens. Like our water system's kind of good. Like our temperature has been pretty much good through this whole thing. We're starting to get warm right now, but that's just because we're not getting water right now. Is this dormant? Next activity is in 45.6 cycles, so that one's dormant. These two are gonna pop on. This one is currently active. Next dormancy's in 30 cycles. This one's dormant for 45 cycles. So we're gonna have a few cycles there where we're gonna be hot. Shouldn't break the game. Shouldn't be a game breaker for us. We, of course, are gonna be running these steam vents up here where they're gonna get very cold. So that should keep everything cool. If they don't just straight out freeze. That is an honest possibility. Probably they're just gonna outright freeze. If we're being honest, I don't know how much water it would take to go up here to keep this from just outright freezing anything that goes up here, but it's freezing brine right now, and brine's really hard to freeze. Like, we might have to start insulating up here to let the water flow, or start piping the water through up there instead of letting it just flow up there. I'm honestly not sure. This is kind of just a test and see if we can just let the water naturally flow down here to this pump. I don't actually know if this will work at all. It is, only negative 70 degrees up there at times. Only negative 70. Very, very casual temperature. Not at all insane. Anyhow, we're going to take... How's our copper? Or how's our coal levels? Let's see. Coal. Search. Coal. Nope. Coal. Cool. We're in diagnostics. That's not what I wanted. See y'all? Why is it in diagnostics? Because I'm in diagnostics. Resources. Arrow down. See all. Search. Typewrite. Coal. Available a lot. Available copper. How do you spell copper? Copper. We have a lot of copper too. We use a lot more coal. And this is copper ore. It's not, pre-made. So we're just gonna take the coal since we use it as power source still right now. Unfortunately, we aren't at a point of not having to use it. Between these two things, I think I'm actually gonna go... Yeah, I'm gonna go digging still. We have... Like, farming is important, but once you have 1 or 2 dupes doing a lot of farming, it's getting done. I mean, there's not a lot of need for 800 duplicates doing farming. Now we do have the Atmos suit maker over there. We have a lot of high stress, and I would like to see What's up with that? What's up with our stress? Eye irritation, hungry, sopping wet. So I think that we do need to try to work on Atmo suits. I think Atmo suits would be a nice call at this point. I think he's also sick. He is our high stress dupe. Our ventilation is doing really good. We are over full on oxygen just about everywhere, it looks like. Except for obviously there, but we don't want that overfilled with oxygen. These two had some illumination, we'd be able to farm them. Which we do and don't want. So I would like to get some plastic production going, which I think I'm going to do by farming up these Drekos, which, well, for the fact that it would like release a bunch of the pressure, I would love to do that here, but it would absolutely ruin the pressure in there. I think I'm going to farm Drekos outside of the base. I think I'm going to do the Dreko farming like right here to where they can pump in some of this from right there, since it looks like our system's overburdened with it as it is. So, let's see. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And this one does actually need an airlock on it. And anybody who goes out here is going to have an Atmos suit on, or oxygen mask on, to get out here to them, which is what we want. That's why I'm putting it out there instead of anywhere else. Their room is a little bit harder than almost any other room. It is a bit of a pain because they like making me hate them. But they're worth it because once you get the smooth ones, they produce plastic. They don't need a feeder. They have to eat plants. So you don't have to put a feeder in there at all. At least, to my knowledge, I've never needed to. I've never played on, like, I haven't done this really a lot on hard mode, so, like, maybe I'm getting ready to find out I'm wrong. Maybe I'm getting ready to discover that I'm very wrong, and they're gonna die, or I'm gonna find out they're starving, and I'm gonna have to put one in. Maybe I've just always put one in and not thought about it. Shearing station, and power, you know? That thing, that whole thing. Power. I don't know if I want to earn power off of this or not. I mean, I feel like we could siphon power off of this. Oh, we need an egg incubator in there. Egg incubator. Incubator. We need refined metal. I really didn't want to refine any more metal here, but I guess we're going to. I guess that's a thing we're going to be doing. We're kind of mindlessly upgrading dupes at this point, if I'm being completely honest. We're over 100,000 kcals. Which is good. So we're just going to be growing millwood in here, which is why they do need oxygen in here as well. They need oxygen and they need hydrogen in here to be able to live. And yeah, they are a pain. They are nightmarish. You have to be able to blend both. All right. So, critter, Dreko, Dreklet, Dreko. And I'm seeing if we have any other types of it yet. Nope. So just those ones. And we're waiting for the enough metal to come in for that. And that's fine. We need power. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put in like a transformer separate for this room? It does use a lot of power. I don't want to mess up any of our lines there. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to use a separate transformer for this. For right now, we're just going to ladder up. And we will run a heavy wire joint plate right there. And then run that down to there. And then run our wires through the ceiling and down to there. Body temperature, eh? Body temperature is too high. Well, once we get some water flowing, well, we can run water down through over here to cool these down some. Really, we should be running our water over through that. We don't have water running right now, I guess, so maybe now is the time to fix this. Who's starving? I just want to make sure they're not stuck. Okay. We need to make a sick bay. That's the thing that we should do. We also should make a sick bay. So I'm going to deconstruct coming up here. And I'm going to run this over, and I'm going to run this kind of down along here, up around in this, and then I'm going to bring it up and then over, and I'm going to run it down all along this fun thing, and then I'm going to pump it back over to where it came from. All goes well, it should come out pretty nicely. Should keep our oxygen coming in a lot better. Like our oxygen that is coming in a lot cooler, I guess is the way I'm gonna say it. Okay, so we don't want it to interfere with that, since it's not going to be the cleanest water. And right here is where we get liquid bridge. I have to remember how buttons work. I have to remember how buttons work. And then we can run this back up. I think that this floor is probably gonna be our best bet, so that we're still getting the buff and everything. And then we will actually just reconnect right here. Just disconnect that piece right there. And that should really cool everything down once it starts actually flowing. This is going to mess up our oxygen production for a minute. We're going to get a lot of weird things getting mixed in since they're coming in and out of there. It's fine. It happens. It happens. And then we are going to have this up here. We're going to have that down there. And I guess pull from right here. I don't see any problems with it at first. It might end up having some problems we'll have to fix. And that's going to be fine if we do. Run that there. So this should pressure up here to have hydrogen, and this should pressure down here to have oxygen. Usually, actually, I'm not even going to run the oxygen one unless we end up needing to. Because usually what ends up happening is they open and close the door, enough oxygen gets in for those plants to grow. Usually. We'll obviously see how it ends up playing out. I'm just saying usually. I'm gonna set some dig commands and I'm gonna let this roll on, and I'm gonna cut. I'll be right back. Alright, interesting things are happening again. So, we had two Drecklets. One of them is old. And we are trying to get their food to grow and everything, but it's too hot. So I'm trying to get Wheezewort seeds. I'm trying to dig over to this Wheezewort. Water came down here. Age-old story. Pipes are blocked because of my new building apparatus. You know, is what it is. But nothing crazy about that. Nothing crazy. Just annoying things. Just some annoying stuff. just popping these blocks in over here so that I, oh, there's a sleet weed there. And that's going off now. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens here now. So that's going to put out some really hot, yeah, 200-degree water there. Is it going to, like, freeze, or is it going to start heating up the area? Looks like it's freezing. It looks like the area is cold enough that it is cooling it faster than it can heat. But with how much heat these things put out, and how often they put them out, I mean, it's really going to be a battle of the wills up here. A which one will win situation. I'm going to put this here. Because otherwise, it's just going to keep melting stuff from up there. And I'm going to try to get some of the cool stuff off of it. So that maybe they won't freeze so much. Yeah. That brine temperature is just dropping now. I think that it actually might be melting some of it. We need to get those pipes done, though. We can get those pipes done. That might really change the way this goes. It's definitely going to be interesting to see, especially with this one erupting in 10 cycles. This one's next dormancy is in 68 cycles when they're both pumping that heat up there. How's this going to look? Made a mess. Oh, you're stuck there. Buddy. Don't be stupid, stupid. Yeah, get those pipes done so we can start getting water pumped from down there to up there. And that's still active. This is not. I don't know. I really don't know how these temperatures are going to play out, but it's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see. So far, it's doing a really good job of bringing that temperature of that water down. I mean, like, it's staying warm. Like, it's not freezing cold water, but now we're gonna see some interesting things. See, this is what I've been wondering. Is between all of these, how is it going to play out? Is it going to leak down here? Which is what we do want it to do. Hey, bud, go back and get some oxygen, my man. Can you even get down? Take out that piece if you need to. And now we should have access to that Wheezewort seed, which we can plant there, and that should bring the temperature there down some. Once we have water flowing consistently, that is cool. We don't have to worry about that. So that water right now is freezing right there. But I bet that changes once this is starting to fill up with these cool steam vents. By the way, if you don't know at all, the cool steam vents, as they erupt, they release steam, but if the steam hits anything cold, it turns into water. Steam cool into water. Obviously, it's going to cool into water up here pretty quickly. So, that's more or less what we're banking on. I have a lot of things going on, so I need to start digging down, but there's just so many things going on. See, so yeah, this steam up here, you can see it turning into water droplets. Wait for it. You can see, yeah, right in here it looks like, yeah, turning into the water droplets and falling on the floor as it's cooling. That's what's making the water here on the floor. It's happening a lot more than what you're even seeing, but yeah. It makes a substantial amount of water. Unfortunately, it doesn't make a substantial amount of actual, like, power. There's a lot of ice right here. It has to be. 4.7 tons of ice right there. 4.7 tons of brine ice right there. I do wonder if I slanted this down. It's like right here, it's like 90.2 degrees. To where it like fell down at an angle, if it would be more effective. But honestly, I just kind of feel like once those steam vents are letting out their heat, then it won't really be a problem. And we're gonna wish that we had more cooling rather than not. That is a lot of ice. A lot of brine ice. That is a whole lot of brine ice. I bet that brine is hitting that ice and that's what's instantly cooling it right there. That's what I would say. Just a guess. Just my guess. I'm gonna take this just because I don't really want any more dupes right now. And we need to make a doctor's office, a medical center, I do believe. I don't think we have one. And then I guess we can start digging down. We really need this over here done. We also need that water done. Because even if that does start coming down, it's not going to do anything for us if it's, you know. I want to see what temperature this water's coming in at. 5.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's below freezing for water. Yeah, I use Fahrenheit. I'm American. I'm not proud of it. But I do. So, I'm trying to think. Like, we have plenty of space at the medical bay, kind of wherever we want. I don't want to put the brine ice down here, but I do want to kind of get that brine ice moved from up there, but I kind of also don't. This up here is cool enough to melt the brine ice. So we kind of could put like a mesh tile right there, and then put a storage bin right there. And then move the brine ice down here. All a couple feet. I'm waiting to see this just turn into a block of ice. It looks like that water is starting to actually push through. It does look like the water's actually starting to push through. I guess between the temperate water down here, which this should be erupting soon, right? 8 cycles. Okay. Still a while. We just need... I think we just need more eruptions of these. I think we just need more of the hot steam. We're just gonna turn this nice cool brine up here when it mixes with this. It's doing a good job. It's doing a really good job of cooling that. Alright, stop focusing on it, I guess. They've got so much stuff going on, I really don't want to. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna let them finish some stuff up, and then I will come back and we'll start digging down. That's the plan. Alright, so I don't know what happened, but for some reason my critter drop-off got completely broken. I tried restarting the game. I tried a multitude of things. Critter drop-off just no worked. Finally, I just like reset the like critters that it was assigned to and changed it all, and that seems to have fixed it. I do have these pipes set to yellow alert because we're breaking pipes up here in the frozen area because we're actually finally starting to get water up there. I never saw water go up there, but we're clearly getting water up there. But this should be going off now, this one. So I'm assuming that before this, I'm guessing it was an ice piece, melted, we were actually getting water up there to work, and that is what happened. So I'm also going to set that to an emergency. And let's get all of those done, because otherwise we're just going to keep melting through the ice wall. And as both these explode, they should be sending water up. But otherwise, we're just going to keep spilling water down and keep making a problem for ourselves. But hopefully, that since this water is cooler, we should start seeing our base temperatures going down over here. I mean, that was the idea here, correct? I mean, this should effectively be cooling off the base there. Wrangle you. I cannot get these guys wrangled and keep them in the pen to save my life. They will not wrangle. Won't wrangle. This has been the hardest thing in this game so far. I've also had some idle dupes, so I need to get them homed up. We also need to get those repaired. Hopefully somebody goes up there and repairs those here soon. I think they're more focused on picking up the ice that forms and stuff afterwards, but oh well. That's okay. So yeah, the temperatures up here are really rising. We're getting up in the 50s and 60s compared to what we were in like the negative 20s, if memory serves. That stuff up there is still in the negative 64. So I mean, yeah, we're still cool up there, but it's much warmer, and I think we're seeing some warmer water levels up here, hitting and sinking over. That's weird to see something up here at 87.9. That's crazy. That is crazy. I do want to see my base temperatures over here. I don't know how with airflow tiles this will work. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm testing it. We'll let it flow and see. We should be getting enough water from different sources up there now that, yeah, look at that. There it goes. What temperature is that water coming down at? -3? So it's coming in right here at 40. It's going to warm up the longer it comes through. It's coming at 100 degrees. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. By the time it's coming through this pipe, it's coming through at 50. I imagine, like I said, it'll keep warming up. But by the time it's actually flooding to over there, I bet it's got to be cooler. Oh, some of that ice is melting. Yeah, some of that briny ice is melting. That's what's hitting huge waves of water. So they need to get up there and repair those pipes. If they get up there and repair those pipes, we'll definitely see water coming down at some nice cool temps. But we did have some idle dupes, so I do need to go and get them doing some things. But I really want to see if this brings down our temperatures over here. Cannot believe that that's coming through at that high of temperature by the time it reaches there. Huh. Oh, thee well, I guess. We don't have power? Excusez-moi? We're out of coal? Is this true? No. They just haven't delivered it. Okay. I was gonna say, that seems impossible. That seems very unlikely, that we're out of coal. Really want to see that and that get repaired. They're delivering that ice. I'm gonna drop the priority on these ice deliveries. They focus on it a lot, and given that we have so much water flowing around up there now, really just not that big of a deal. It seems like our water temperature is staying pretty low, especially with this dropping in cooler water most of the time. It's not our main form of cooling, I guess. And honestly, it's not doing a great job of it. We were worried about it because we didn't have a lot of other forms of cooling. Now we have a lot of other forms of cooling that we can rely on. So we're just not that worried about it. They still haven't got that guy in there. Oh my goodness, what is this? Wrangle him. Why? Why can we not get him in there? I don't remember where he went. Is that him right there? Wrangle! Put him in! We also have somebody at 100% stress. Stop crying. Don't be a baby. Buffalo eggs? Sure. Free food. Alright, anyhow, I'm gonna build my doctors. So, it's gonna need a sink. Obviously. I'm gonna build a statue outside of it beforehand. So, pneumatic door, right, man? We're gonna build, like I said, some furniture outside before we go in. Go to a large sculpting block right there. We need to run our plumbing for it. So I guess we can just kind of hook that up to that polluted water and just let it, like, get cycled in. Eh? Eh? I guess that's effective, right? Sure. We don't really have a lot of crazy plumbing going on in our base yet, so I guess this should be fairly straightforward for this one. I'm just gonna run it straight through and up. They will also need a restroom. I put those backwards. I think personally. Yeah. No. Maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm going to put the wash basin, the sink, here, so that you can kind of clean up coming or going, if you will. And then triage. Cot. And then I'm going to give us about 3 spaces to do with as we will. Put that there. And make the room look relatively nice with... It needs a mass table too, if memory serves. We can do another large sculpting block in there. And a large canvas painting right over the bed. So that now, when they're sick, they have a place to go. Maybe that'll bring down some stress as well. Hopefully it does. Hopefully they're a little bit less stressed out now. It does not seem like these temperatures are coming down any at all from this piping, but it also seems like the water coming in through these pipings is hotter than I want it to be. Let's see, liquid pipe, 4 degrees. By the time it's getting down here, it's at 40, 46. Huh. 45. Interesting. Interesting that. I wonder if it's because of this temperature right in here. It's gotta be, right? Gotta be. But is it cooling that down more? It looks like it is. It looks like it's actually cooling that down. So hopefully at some point it would cool that down. And it just won't be a problem? I mean, we can also come in here and just kind of insulate all along it. I could run insulated tiles, but I'm going to be honest. I hate running insulated tiles. Or insulated pipes. It just always seems like it becomes a nightmare. Lashing out? Stop. Who's got high stress? Why are we high stressing? Tantrum damage. What's the stress about? Sopping wet, hungry, soggy, low oxygen. Breathability is at 91%. Full bladder. Okay, so I don't understand. I don't understand your stress. I imagine you were out working someplace that you didn't like. If I had to guess, you were out working someplace you didn't like. Is my guess correct? But you should have had a mask, right? They should be fixing this, right? Like somebody will repair it. She broke a tile? I'm gonna have to put her down. If that is the same one that they have continued to not wrangle, I swear. Wrangle. That's how I got it to work last time, was doing it that way. Temperature's gonna be that cold? Alright, room overlay. But I guess they don't have the room done yet, do they? Is somebody actually dropping it off? Because I don't see it where it was. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. You. Rank. I need it in that room, guys. Because we need it to breed. Okay? We need it to breed. So I need you to put it in the room where it can go breed. Alright? Is that fair? Do we all understand that? Can we work together on this subject? Actually looks like temperature there are being affected now. Guys. Alright, so, I guess... Well, one thing is, we have somebody sleeping right there. That's not the best case. I'm gonna deconstruct this, because it's clearly not working. And I want to know why. Cancel. They literally just delivered it finally. Why? why all of a sudden deliver work. This room's temperature is down a lot, by the way. It's down to the 90s. It was in the like upper 99s, hundreds. So very good. Is it getting... Ooh. Why? Why am I so stupid? No. We have like a fantastic circle of bad going on there that I need you guys to take care of. Alright, now go do whatever you want to do, guys. You're not starving. Stop. Chill. Chill. I do truly feel like my dupes would say they're starving in any and all circumstances. It's like the opposite of what I want it to be happening. Like, it needs to be going through here to properly cool. Like, this is just like lukewarm water getting dropped in. Hey, this is gonna be where we store our brine. Liquefiable. Brine ice. Okay. And now we need to fix the plumbing of that building that we had totally messed up. So... icky water go outy. Goody water come inny. Yeah? Hospital room. Good. Hospital room's working. Hospital room's up and functioning. We're good. And they got that one piece done. We are at 80% stress, so maybe we need to find our stressed out duplicate and tell her to chill. I don't know how to tell her to chill, but she needs to go chill. And we need to mop up that water. My fingers are asleep. My fingies! I feel like some duplicates I get will stress out if all the time, no matter what I do, and some duplicates that I get, nothing will ever stress them out. All right, YouTube, I need you guys to make me babies. I guess I probably need to give you food first, though, huh? 86 degrees is when those will start growing. It's at 91.3. I should have ran those pipes down under there, for being honest. Cover. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to run a pipe right there and up through there. And hopefully that starts cooling those plants. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we can do this thing. Where, one, I have to remember what I'm doing. If we do this, that should just, for some unknown reason, make this pipe shut off, because we have an exit going there that doesn't go to anything. So this pipe should stop working. But what we do need to do is higher prioritize these than those. So we're not doing it to get those to get done. We're just doing it to try to actually get done before the other things. We have 100% stress starting out the day. Like starting the day, we have 100% stressed out. Dude. Why? Up eardrums? Oh, okay. These kids these days, I tell ya. So I really think that we need to get some exosuits. Can we get... I don't know how many we get, but if we can get a couple, I think that would really help. It is going to pull some serious power from over here, though. Pretty sure I have it running off that power grid, so we're going to need to pay attention. Also, it would help if, you know, our up there area wasn't a nightmare. A disaster. Honestly, it's just poor design. I definitely could do that better. No doubt about that. How long before this starts going? 27.6 cycles before we have some real power going there? Okay. Anyhow. Let's start going down. We just want to start going down a little. I don't know how this will work out. I think I want to get the piece in there. Before they break that piece over there? Yeah, that worked out. Okay, we should be good now. No. Yeah, that piece was right. Because this is technically going to be the bottom floor of our base, so we actually do want an entire floor tile, and then we're going to knock one out to dig later. And as far as what I've looked at down here, I haven't seen any important pieces. We're down to 66% stress, so we've had a serious drop in stress. That's really good. It'd be really, really good if we could stop with all the flooding. All right, this food over here is starting to grow. That's awesome. That is amazing. We get some exosuits, though. That's inside base, right? Yes. Yes, yes. I'm probably going to rework this whole thing when I'm building exosuits. Okay, so as you can see, our pipe diverter totally worked out. For some reason, that works just really well. As long as they don't destroy both, like, blood pieces, like diverter pieces now, before they start destroying the pipes, we should be okay. I've seen them do that before. And that, by the way, did make those grow in pretty much right away. So, at least that's what I'm assuming made those one grow in that quick. Don't know. I don't have any evidence to prove my theory, my hypothesis, if you will. Just my guess. We're not starving. We have 97,000 kcals. We're good. We're fine. We're fine, guys. I do want to know why there's P right there. Man, you guys did your best to destroy this base, didn't you? Everything in here, I believe, can be deconstructed. Along with all that, and along with all that. And we can mop up that. Stress is plummeting now, too, which is awesome. I'm assuming it's because they're not working in areas that they dislike. I don't know what tree I want to send you down, but I know I gotta be careful. Because you really want to be unhappy. We're going to send you down that one because your next one's going to be one that's going to make you happy. And for you, my friend... yeah, no, you're going to go down digging. It's the simplest one. Most obvious one. Digging's important for everyone. There's a lot of, like, shortcut buttons that you can use in this game that I don't. Just FYI. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. Nice. 69% stress. It's a good stress number. Good amount of stress to have, honestly. If you're going to have any stress, 69% is pretty much right where you want to be. Don't know how I missed that piece of tile. Apparently I did. Now we do have the problem, though, that any water that comes down the stairs is going to go straight down to the bottom floor of our base, since this is now going to be the bottom floor of our base. And we kind of want to start processing the air in our base when it's bad. Like up in here and down in here. Like the highest point and the lowest point. But I'm waiting for us to have, like, actual energy for that, which will happen someday. It'll actually start happening in 26 cycles. I'm waiting for 20 cycles to start programming that in. That's usually a good number, in my opinion, to start working with that. How much salt we're processing? It's a lot of salt. It's a whole lot of salt. What does this use? Remove salt or brine from salt water. Using salt water, emitting salt. So it doesn't really use anything, it just produces, which is good. We don't want to be wasting things. That was my concern. I didn't know if it used a certain material to remove the salt from things. So I'm guessing that these pipes are doing it better at staying cool through here now. Looks to be so. Coming in at about 56 degrees. It's not bad at all. Alright, so it seems like everything's a little bit chilled out now. I'm gonna mop all this up if I can. That water is apparently not on the floor. I wonder what the temperatures up here are like. Yeah, they're just fighting each other back and forth. We do have some freezing up here, which is hilarious. It's like I really can't decide. As it falls down, too, it's kind of freezing. Ooh, what's taking cold damage? Is it the pipe? I mean, it shouldn't be, because it's constantly flowing there. Like, I would understand if the pipe was backed up, but... Okie dokie then, I guess. I guess that ladder doesn't matter, because this is going to be the last floor of the base, technically speaking. This area over here, it doesn't matter if it is the base or isn't the base. We have a Dreklet egg. No egg available? I'm looking at one right there. Looking at one right there. Looking at one. You're a liar and a scoundrel. Dreklet egg. Incubate. There's one right there. Do we not have access to it? We're out of masks again. The masks keep breaking and I don't know why or what's going on with it. Like, we either keep losing them or they keep breaking or something keeps happening and it's really confusing to me. Like, I'm not sure if we're losing them, or they are breaking, or what's up? Actually gonna cancel. Actually going to cancel. Because we have Atmo suits. So we're going to deconstruct. 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 Yeah, this is gonna let them run free up there real quick, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. Like, it's not good that they're able to run free up there without oxygen masks. Not a fan, but they were doing it before. That's my argument. That's my defense. If you see me in court about me letting my dupes die, I will say they did it before I ever had it. So, you know, I didn't feel too worried about them doing it after. I didn't feel hyper worried about them doing it after because they did it before. I'm going to deconstruct this liquid pump. And I'm going to put it out here. And destroy the wires that ran that liquid pump, which we don't need to destroy all the wires because we're going to be reusing those wires. The plumbing that's there, I'm just gonna leave. I don't feel like dealing with it. I'm completely honest. So we are waiting for some refined metal to come in. We're waiting for them to refine some metal. Waiting for them to refine some copper. Stress is really going up, and I really don't like it. Like, it's kind of silly here, right? Like, this is kind of silly here, right? Like, it's lukewarm brine, because 30 degrees is lukewarm for brine up here. And then it's freezing as it falls sometimes, and then landing down here. Just being funny, game. You're just being funny. I actually don't care if you store the brine. So, yeah, just don't. I don't know why I even upped the thing on that. You could literally never store it, and it wouldn't affect me in any way, shape, or form, emotionally speaking. I don't like the fact that, nope, that's not what I meant. I actually meant to mop this up. See my candle back there burning. Nice. Did I start recording when it was not dark out completely? And mop that up. And that up. Cool. I think that's all the water that we're gonna have standing. Stress is a problem today in this game. Alright, we know we're gonna have a manual airlock here. We know we're gonna have tiles there. We know that then we can deconstruct that tile. And I really hate the way that this is laid out too, but hopefully it won't matter here soon. We are gonna priority. What are they working on? Collecting ice? We're priority 5ing the ice spins. There's like way more things that we need to be working on right now than collecting ice. And it's just stressing them out and pissing them off. Like making metal. So that we can put in this. Like this needs to go up to an actual 6. See, we're at 100% stress, and I think it's because they're going up there and doing stupid things. I don't know who's throwing a temper tantrum right now. Go punch the button until it's like you're done throwing a temper tantrum, okay? Am I really not producing enough oxygen, or are you just pretending I'm not? No, I am. You're just pretending I'm not. Mop up all that. Alright, and come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Make it. Oh, okay, so our stress is going back down now. Oh, nope, never mind. I lied. I'm a big fat liar. It's just incredible how much this heat is destroying this insanely cold air up there. Like, that is some serious heat up there. That is some serious cold up there. It's still making it through. We're getting cold damage, though, and that's no bueno. I mean, we kind of need a buffering system for the water, but any buffering system I put in is going to let it heat up. Like, any water storage system. Because I can put in some water storage right there. Do I not have water storage unlocked? I thought I just had basically all the tech unlocked and I was just kind of chilling. I'm wrong. I don't even have the apothecary or the sick bay. That explains it, because I was looking at in the medicine and I was like, I feel like there's stuff missing here. Yeah. Okay, so we do have some research to do. I'm still short on refined metals. Unfortunate. So I'm gonna go over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will deconstruct that one. Cancel. Because I'm actually going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 stations, then the checkpoint, and then the door. Why don't I just do it way over there? Why don't I just say that, not that, deconstruct, and then that. That makes the most sense to me. That makes a lot more sense. I'm still not... What? Are we not refining metals? I mean, we're running out of power. We're running real low on power. Can we... What's using the power? I wonder if it was a supercomputer. It would make sense. Now do I have it? No. I mean, we're refining metal. 100 kilograms isn't very much. I mean, maybe they need specifically iron. It kind of feels like we should have enough by now. Ooh, wait, I know what's happening here. That's what's happening, is because I had those all set, it was saying, no bueno. One, two, three, and four. I was gonna say, I know it's coming. Do I have it set to crack those eggs? Yeah, I do. I don't know what Pufflet Prince does. I don't care. I'm just not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna deal with it. Yeah. I'm just gonna crack it. For right now, I'm just gonna crack it. I just don't think it's that important right now, so I'm just gonna crack it. I want you to build the checkpoint first, please. Okay, and wires, boop, 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 shadoop. And ventilation, I actually am going to put a filter. I want to bring up the ventilation. I'm going to actually deconstruct that piece now. And I'm actually going to put a filter on here. Because this is a little bit more pricey to fix. And, yeah, we don't even have all pure oxygen going through there right now. And deliver suit. Deliver suit. Deliver suit. Deliver suit. I don't know how many suits we actually have. I don't know how many we have coming. But we'll see. We'll find out. I don't really like having to have a gas filter on this because gas filters are very expensive, and hopefully we'll be able to get rid of it in the near future. But they have to sweep all that stuff up, and I'm not going to give the sweep order right now to just do all of that. That's just, it's a lot. That'd be a lot. A lot of work when we don't have a lot of dupe power. And do I have... Yeah, I do. So I'm just going to kind of plumb this up to where if those pipes are full, hopefully they will back up into this instead of just kind of, you know, breaking. All right, and breathable gas, oxygen, power, wire. That wire is not happy already, so I'm probably making a horrible mistake. The gold output is oxygen. Yes, just wanted to double check. Haven't done one of these in a while. And I don't mind it just putting it back into the pipes because it's just not that important. Like it is and it isn't. Like our oxygen pipes having not oxygen in them kind of sucks, but also, what do you do? Until we actually are filtering out the entire base, which will set up a filter center, which will only run occasionally, and then we won't have to have this on there, because whenever they open those doors, we know that the only thing that's going to go in there is oxygen anyhow, so we won't care. It'll be miraculous. It'll be awesome. I think we're going to be safe to get rid of this Wheeze wart. I think that Wheeze wart can go away. I'm just hoping so. I don't know how many Atmos suits we have either. But we'll see how many they deliver. And as we've learned, if we don't priority 9 delivering, it seems like, they just don't ever do it. I'm also looking for things that are set to weirdly high priorities and trying to fix them right now. These should both be at like 7. We do want them to like get power to them. Okay. I mean, kind of weird. Hmm. All right, oxygen. All right, oxygen. Oxygen, all right. So listen. I understand why you're not running. I also think it's stupid. Just gonna be honest here. Keep hitting the wrong button for this. Is that gonna be okay with you? Is that gonna be a problem? Okay, so that is gonna be a problem. How about if we throw in an extra bridge here to let you know that it's not a problem? I bet that it's because, let's deconstruct that. Types get weirdly, like, finicky with bridges and everything, and, like, intakes and outtakes. Like, this is right. It's just the game doesn't think so. So, when you have an outtake and a pipe that has, like, since this is technically an input, and this is an output, it won't want to send down this line anymore because there's an output there. It'll want to send only to this input. Don't know why that's specifically the thing that works that way, but it is. So, you know, you kind of have to learn to finagle those things by doing things like this. You could probably have just put this straight over this and gotten rid of the pipe, like broke the pipe there, put this straight over, and then piped it over, and it would have worked just as well. But this is unfortunately filtering some of the same things just over and over again, so we are going to have like a congestion of just nastiness right here. Trying to think of a way to fix that problem. Oh, don't be a silly Billy. I guess that instead of having this whole shenanigans of a problem that I have, I could just pump the exit all the way back to source. That just seems like a lot of work, but it is actually going to be more effective, so that we don't have all this buildup of pollution right here. So just pump that in, and then this is going to go all the way back down, and sure. Our stress is dropping. I think the Atmos suits will really help with it, because now that when they're out there, they're not just going to be out there getting their feet wet and being pissed off about it. Hopefully they get that done really quick, because we need those suits to be working. Alright, and now we can do Atmos suits, and we can do... We know we need at least 2 more, so we do 2 more. going to fill up that one, then it'll fill up that one, and so on and so forth. Also, we can keep salt water from building up here, and water from building up here from up here. That would be even more cool. Which our pipes are just getting slowly destroyed up here. Sorry, my dogs are fighting in the background there. But once they have suits over here, I think that they'll start actually building that. So we're going to do the same thing down here, too. We do need a better way to refine, though. Which our research is completed, so we need to reset our research. Which we don't really care what we're researching, we just want to have everything researched that doesn't take the advanced stuff that we don't even know how to do because I've never had to deal with it. So, just whatever works for me. What's a better way of doing... separates mud and other sludges into their base elements. What is a better way to do sludges? Like getting rid of that, like, sludge water. Huh. Produces refined metals from significantly heats and outputs the liquid piped into it. That's fine, because we have some significantly cold liquid. So we're going to pop this up here someplace. Cancel that. Cancel it. Cancel it. I want to actually move it to where it's, like, right next to it. Now, I know that this needs power from some place that isn't the power wires that are already getting screwed over. So I'm going to bring it from up there. Down there. Over there. Also, really need to tap into that soon. 18.9 cycles, we could start building the stuff for it. So for it, deconstruct this. Pipe blocked. What kind of air are we dealing with up here? Polluted oxygen. Don't like that much. Don't like that it's polluted oxygen much. So we should deconstruct that and then run a ventilation shaft. Man. I don't actually know where I want to run a ventilation shaft. I mean, it's just going to ventilate. Let's just run one right here. And then gas reservoir. Intake. Gas vent. Because we need to start getting this done, actually. Because, we have an entombed building someplace? Or did? I don't know. Oxyfern, sure. Oxyferns are actually really useful. They make oxygen pretty nicely, but we have this. So we have reports of idle dupes. So with a report of idle dupes, I want to give digging orders, but we have that being made right now too, and I want to get down here and dig, but I want to wait and get down here and dig when they have suits. YOLO. Lose a dupe, I guess. YOLO. Like, we have not been digging for far too long. Alright, and that takes plumbing. I want to do it that way. I'm not sure if there'll be enough water built up in the system for it to run right. I don't actually know. But we will have to like stress test it and mess with it and do it the right way. But we are going to deconstruct that. And we are going to start using the actual metal refinery, since it is going to be far more effective, hopefully. I haven't used it too much in the past. I've usually been pretty lucky about using creatures and things like that. I know it's going to put out some heat, but with all the cold water that we have, hopefully that's not too big of a deal. Hopefully it's not too big of a problem. Entombed building. Look at that. It's frozen. Can I explain it? It's the plopping sound of this. Disgusting. It's like actual water, like fresh water, and it's dropping and freezing, I think, when it hits this. Because when it gets down to here, it's 31 degrees instead of 32 degrees. But I mean, it's dropping at like 37 degrees, so it should sooner or later overcome and heat this up. I think. Our research is once again done. We have really high level researchers. And in case you're like, how's he researching things? So we have really high level researchers. Okay, so it does fill up water on its own. So it keeps water in it. Like, on its own. So that's good. So we don't really have to worry too much about the pumps it uses being super importante. We do have to worry about the water it pumps out, heating up the rest of our base. Since it is our cooling system, it will also work as a heating system. But hopefully the mix and blend of temperatures from the water coming up from here will effectively counterbalance each other really well. We are starting to see the temperatures up here and everything drop very well. And actually seeing the temperatures across our base being very good, honestly. Our entire base temperatures are very nice. I think they're a sweet time building those power wire connections. We are gonna deconstruct that. I mean, I'm kind of waiting for these to get done before I get off. Oh, look at you guys eating your plants. It's getting a little warm in there. But that's because we didn't have water flowing through for a while. It's because we don't have water flowing through at all. Because of this whole scenario, which is another situation like this, where we just need to add that in. Hopefully. And I'm going to actually emergency priority that to try to get it done as fast as possible. And then it should split off and go both ways. It's gonna do that weird backup pipe thing. Oh, goodness. Oh, gracious. Liquid pipe, deconstruct. Oh, goodness me. There we go. Now it should be smooth sailing. Cool. And that should bring the temperature of this down. Yep, it's dropping. Right. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah? I'm pretty confident that it will. Like, it really doesn't want to. But it will sooner or later, I think. Oh, yeah, we broke that pipe, so now we have all this water in our base. Which we know will just stress out that one girl. My goodness, if her feet get wet at all, ooh, she loses her mind. Frostbun, let's go. Pop off. Okay, so we just need to keep breeding these guys so we get a slick Dreco egg. And then we can start making plastics. Baby! It's not an efficient way to make plastics, if we're going to be all honest about it, but it does make plastic. And for the guys who are able to get up here, because we don't have a lot of suits, but we do have suits, we can start digging up here too. Start taking out all that. Temperature? Looks like the temperature's coming down. Yep, they were in. Okay. I was gonna say, like, I think our temperature's coming down. Okay, we got our baby. Baby Dreco up there. Dreco egg. I'd say I wish they were sweeping things up more, but we don't have enough storage for it, which we could put more storage over here. What's your issue here? Fertilization? That's unfortunate. I gotta put it in smart storage systems, but they're a pain. They're a nightmare. Like, so you can build the sweeper bots. Sweepy Doc deploys an automated sweepy bot to sweep up any solid debris and liquid spills. Doc stores liquids and solids gathered by the sweepy. And it uses like pure ore. So if we have like a situation where we have a lot of pure ore, we'll probably do something like that where we have an automated sweeping system on every floor. But we don't, and we won't for a while. So, not happening right now. Probably won't be happening for a bit. I feel like there were supposed to be more floors over here, and that I had more floors over here, and maybe the angry girl destroyed them in her temper tantrum. I'm actually guessing that that's exactly what happened. Yep. That's my guess. Wow. These kids these days. I tell ya. So these guys have a... Let's see here. 26% chance to drop a glossy Dreco egg. And that is more or less what we're waiting for them to do. Alright, so now we can put that at 10, make 10 of those. We're going to print dirt, because dirt is life. Dirt is actually what grows food, a lot of your food, so it is actually pretty handy to have. So now it's waiting for materials, so I'm assuming just kind of throw it up in there and shabam, bam-a-lo-am wham. Man, that is kind of driving me insane. Okay, let's get those done. Duplicate skills. Let's get those done too. Oop. I gotta be careful now because I know that people are stressing out about, you know, breathing too hard. So don't want to level them up the wrong way. People that are close Gotta make sure that I'm not sending them over. And it seems like people's stress is pretty low though now. Seems like stress is doing real good actually. Once we can get plastic going, we can get some more comfort items. That'll be real nice. Real nice. Some comfy beds. Baby girl. I like sleeping in comfy beds. You like sleeping in comfy beds. We all like sleeping in comfy beds. I mean, like, every time I look at a core, it's really nice within the base. I mean, other than these, like, really crappy things. By the way, what's up with these, ladder beds? It has to be, like, something for the ships. That's the only thing I can think is it has to be something for the ships. Like, conserve space in them. Because otherwise, like, I feel like it would make your dupes very unhappy to not have their own room. It's one of the, like, easiest ways to make dupes happy is to give them their own room. Their own little space. So, I'm gonna deconstruct these. And cancel these. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna dig out there, since this is this weird drop down underneath that. That's almost empty. Can we mop the rest of that up? Please, and thank you. I doubt that that pump will ever run again, honestly. I mean, maybe now that we have these in effect, since these will just start storing water for us. Hey, that might be an issue. Once these are full, they should start just sending water the right way, right? Nope. Okay, so they got that backed up. But it's with polluted water? Does that matter to that? Does that care? I never thought about that. Does that care about polluted water? Or is it just down with whatever? The water's going to infinitely cycle there. Which is okay. But it wasn't the original goal. And I'm going to set the priority to that to 7, because anytime that we have metal set for that, we want it done. And copy settings. Shaboom. Shebang. So now they have ample storage. I was like, they can store, boys. I hate this game. I hate this game, I hate everything about this game. I hate that I've ever played this game. I hate that I ever loaded this game up. I hate that I paid money for this game. I hate that I paid for the DLC of this game. I hate this game. My phone decided that I was talking to it about how much I hate this game. Alright, so they destroyed some of those. We should be good. It should flow right now. It is. We are good. And we have some cushioning for it to back up, so this shouldn't be happening. You should be free-flowing. Why? You're not free-flowing because of this. I mean, as long as you're not getting damaged, I'm okay with you flowing this slowly. That water's 36 degrees. I mean, it's not 100 degrees. And once we get some more brine and stuff mixed in there. We got a suffocation. Nice, nice. That's a cool move there, buddy. Love that one. Trying to think of the fastest way to get you out. And that's what I think is gonna work. They really want to die. Duplicants always really want to die. They are motivated by death. If you ever play this game, remember duplicates are motivated by the idea of dying. They think about it every day. They dream about death. They desire death. They desire nothing more than to die. And you can't do anything to get them to want to not die. There's nothing you can do to make them not want to die. You just have to live with the fact that they want to die. And that's all. That's it. That's all you do. That's all you can do. How many days? 13.6. It's like you have to put everything at priority 6 or 7 to get them to even think about doing it. How about we just leave everything at 5? How about we just leave everything at 5? Maybe that's the ticket. Start putting everything back down to 5. Except for those. And those. Those being at 9 is kind of ridiculous, but yeah. I think it is because of their priority list. I think it is that they are doing the things that they are prioritized to do. So some things, like life support, doesn't get done unless you have that highly prioritized. Which, like, where's our researcher? You are also going to be doing life support stuff. And toggling. And we already have a doctoring person. And then just making sure there's like at least one person in everything that has it set to max. Farming all the way up. You need this turned up, and this turned up, and this turned up, and this turned up. And that needs up, and that needs up, and that needs up. Okay. So now everything should be taken care of relatively equally. We also might just need to break down and get more rooms here soon. That might also be the ticket. We could build 10 more rooms right there. We don't really have the food to support 10 more dupes, but I mean, we might just do it. Might just do it. We are starting to get kind of where we could consider it. Really, we need this before I really want more dupes, though. Like, we need power. Water's not a concern. We just have so much water. Like, an ungodly amount of water for this game. Like, really, we do. It's actually obscene. Anywho, I'm gonna get off here. This has been way too long. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you being here. Much love, guys. Missing out. Bye.